Come on, come on, get ready, girl, get ready, girl, get ready, girl. Come on, 1, 2, 3, girl. Push it back with no energy. Come on, do it to me, do it to me, do it to me. Dance with you, and body over here now. For us two, 'cause when I get this feeling, that's so true. Whenever I'm dancing with you and only you.
WEFM, the new fresh sound.
WhatsApp us or call us at 457-9997. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
And the time here in SVG, it is 7:45, and that means it's time for us to hear commentary from Mr. Lyf Compton. Good morning, Mr. Lyf Compton.
Good morning. Good morning, ladies. How are you all this morning?
We're good. I good. Dianna good.
I'm good too, yeah.
Nicole is here with us this morning, okay? So
Hey, Lyf, morning.
They call it in the country with all the drama right now.
She's virtually.
Boy, we're not telling you, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Pressure, you know.
In Trinidad, I mean. In Trinidad.
Oh, like that's your man here, yes.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. So we got basically, right, I was kind of halting to comment on the whole scenario with the Prime Minister's family and the houses in Trinidad. I wanted to be very careful before I commented on it and listen to our side, right? So basically yesterday I re-listened what Prime Minister said about the issue on Wednesday on NBC Radio. And while everyone is talking about they have houses and they have money and this and that, right? I looking from this from a different aspect. Basically a security aspect. Because I know Trinidad is, right, because I read up on Trinidad all the time. So Trinidad is one of my favorite places to visit, right? So when I have places to visit, I research the crime rate, I research a lot of things about the country because I love to visit Trinidad. And what I know is some of the things that are going on in Trinidad is things that go on in bigger countries. Basically, Trinidad is a place where there are kidnappings, right? And a day ago, former police commissioner Gary Griffith said he was speaking about the use of technology helping significantly in reducing kidnapping for ransom. And, you know, kidnapping for ransom, when you really think about that. And when you really think about the family we're dealing with, we're talking about the Prime Minister's family. And I was wondering if the Junior Minister, Annie Robert, was really thinking when he revealed the address of the Gonzalez family in Trinidad. Basically. Because the Prime Minister said some things that I didn't know. He spoke about his wife's brother being a farmer judge, one being a pilot. He spoke of his daughter being a vet and she's married to a Trinidadian. And he says that the family goes to the entire family, even his kids go to these locations. It's basically where they live in Trinidad. So did the Junior Minister think that he was breaching like a security kind of thing when he spoke about where these people were living? Because we talk about a country where kidnapping for ransom is a thing. And we talk about a family that is basically, well, Prime Minister St. Vincent Grandy's family. So people will associate that with having money. What's the security that the family have while in Trinidad? What's the security that the Prime Minister's wife son, daughter have while they're in Trinidad? Are they protected by personal security? Are they protected by law enforcement security? Because I have gone to Trinidad in Westmall, and I have seen members of the Gonzalez family in Westmall. So I'm looking at this from a kind of security aspect. And if it was thought through properly. And then there's a narrative, and then the junior minister pushed a narrative that the houses that they obtained were part of a low-income setup. Well, it's obvious from the documents that reveal that the houses are not in the low-income setup. The houses are of the high-income setup. And he pushed a narrative also that they got the houses when other people couldn't get them. But then the documents show that there are many units available in the area for sale and people that seem to be purchasing them because they are very expensive. I heard a number of something that there are 93 more units for sale there. And they have been there for sale for up to 10 years. So it's not. And then someone was saying that they're not really worth the money. They're not really value for money because further down the street from this Victoria Keys place, there are houses that are bigger, more bedrooms or whatever for less money. So then you have to think about why is the reason that all this information was put forward into the public domain. But my thing more is the security aspect of it. Now the whole world, the whole of Trinidad and Tobago, every criminal element that is so inclined knows where these people live and reside. In a country where crimes, kidnappings, murders, extortion is basically rampant. So that's my issue I have with the whole thing at this point. I was kind of like refusing to comment on it because I don't really believe that people should be attacking people's family like that over politics. I have never heard anybody attack that no close relative of anybody and even other contest party side. I've never heard anybody speak about Dr. Friday's wife, Israel Bruce family. Well, the only mention was made of any relative of any politician is when the Prime Minister said that Bramble lives with his mother at Makisa, which I didn't see as a big thing. Bramble said, okay, I don't live with my mother lives with me. So. You know, and then I was listening to Soboto too. There was an incident a couple years ago where his wife was robbed at gunpoint while she held her infant in her hand, right? And Soboto said something I didn't know. When the charges were laid, his political opponent, Israel Bruce, was reported to represent any same person that robbed Soboto's wife. While most would say, well, he's a lawyer, he could defend who he wants. Then maybe he could have told the people, well, here what happened. I can't really defend you all and I could suggest another lawyer because you all are charged in relation to robbing a parliamentary colleague's wife, and you know you want to be prudent for me to take this case. Why take that case? As I said, I have a very big problem with people going after people's family, right? Because there was something that I was involved in already. That was trending on social media and trending on talk or whatever. And persons were basically attacking me about it on social media and I was not responding. And then when they realized I'm not responding, they went after my teenage daughter at the time. She was a student at high school. They went after her and they went after my wife because I wasn't responding. So I have experience that I have a serious problem with going after people's family members because of politics or whatever. So Thanks for listening to my contribution this
All right.
morning.
And before you go,
You ladies. Go
yeah,
ahead.
I actually looked at that documentary last night about that stuff that you talked about yesterday, but it happened in the 1990s, though. I thought it was recent.
Yeah, well, it seems like if the evidence just start
Yeah,
coming out.
but
I know it happened in 19. As Dianna was saying yesterday, art imitates life. I think those kind of things still going on.
Okay.
I think so. Because when you Google the stats of the amount of refugee children and refugees on a whole that go missing in Europe, it's a very, 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 very high number. Very high number. And while some of them are victims of human trafficking, I think some of them are actually victims of sick people who are paying to do these things to people. And as I said yesterday, the big bad US, instead of coming into the southern Caribbean to try to get the oil from Maduro, maybe they should focus some of their attention on helping solve some of the heinous crimes that are taking place in Europe. But Nicole, what is your take on the whole Maduro, Venezuela, Trinidad, US thing?
I love that you're thinking and asking me this very provocative question. No, it's important. I'll tell you something. There's this expression, stay out of big people business. And I don't believe that we should be in that place of intervening inside of any other country's issues. So my concern is that I am deeply, deeply concerned about why we're doing it, how we got there, and what it's going to mean for us, because we are going to have long-term repercussions that we haven't even thought about. And it is going to set a lot of things back because, first of all, regional relations have already been strained, and that is highly irreparable because trust has already been pretty much broken. And that level of leadership that you look towards with peers and colleagues in a region like ours has been tarnished. When you look at I keep telling entrepreneurs, now is a time to pay attention to your business and particularly to revise whatever is that situation that you feel you wanted to go into, be it expansion, be it looking at new money investors. Look at your business critically now, because this is going to impact every single sector. And health, it's going to impact health. It's going to impact our mental health, first of all, because people are anxious. People don't know what's going on because nothing is being conveyed to you. Today, our Attorney General just announced, it's on a news report, that there is going to be more US military activity in Trinidad and Tobago. What does that mean? So, yeah, I know, right? So there is a level of concern. I don't know how many people are taking this seriously. It's not about being alarmist, it's just about being totally sensitive to our environment and all layers of environment, not just the physical environment, but the socio-economic, the psychosocial, all of those layers, because it's going to impact people for so very long. Plus, I'll tell you this, Lyf. People don't understand that Venezuela and Trinidad has had good relations over the years. Many Trinidadians will tell you their great grandmother was Venezuelan. Their cousins are Venezuelan. Let me tell you something. There's a Vincentian Macintosh that went to Venezuela and had children there. Macintoshes in Venezuela. I don't know if they're still alive, but I know a Macintosh in Venezuela. So when you think about those layers of connectivity and connection, we are all connected. So this kind of strife that is being designed now in these modern times in 2025, it's so unnecessary, it's so unhealthy, and it's not good for progress. Yeah. Life, don't get me started, eh? Don't get me started.
I just want to say one more thing before I go, because I think I've taken up plenty time already. Kamala Prasad Bissetta, your Prime Minister, she said that she needs collaboration with the fight against drugs. While I agree with her, right, what the United States is doing hasn't changed much in relation to drug trafficking, because what the drug traffickers are now doing, they have gone back to fully to their original mode of transporting drugs throughout the region, which they're doing small aircraft drop. So instead of using boats now, they're using small planes, and they're dropping the drugs to coordinate out of the reach of where the US is surveilling. So they're dropping the drugs into the sea, and the boats picking them up. Yachts, speedboats picking them up and taking them where they want to go. That was one of the original moves. So they start back to do that now. And there's actually stats that show that the amount of small planes leaving from the drug producing areas has increased by tenfold since the Americans have taken up their position in the Southern Caribbean. So it's really changing nothing much.
All right.
It's not gonna result in a less drugs in Trinidad or less drugs in St. or less drugs anywhere in the world. They just change the mode of transport.
Change the strategy. Yep.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, Lyf, thank you for your contribution. That was like 3 topics in one, but it's fine. It's fine. All right. Have a great weekend. We look forward to hearing from you on Monday.
Okay. Thanks.
All right.
Bye.
All right, and with that, we are going to bring this segment to a close. So the time here in SVG, it is 8 o'clock, or quickly approaching 8:01. And remember that coming up at 8:05, we will be conducting our interview with Mrs. Dora James, Supervisor of Elections. Time here in SVG, 8:01, and our time check came to the compliment.